I'm sorry I haven't replied the message, and then last week I couldn't post my video. So I've been busy for my school, and yeah. But today I finished one of the exam yesterday, and then today I had a time, but I'm kind of lazy to set up the camera on the top, and then whenever I have a time after school and then I don't need to study, I usually spend time to cooking for cooking. So today I just because I wasn't sure what I'm gonna talk today, and there's a bunch of like the stuff I want to talk about my school. Just like random things about me, or most of the things is like school, and then so like I saw like nothing show. I had nothing to show, so maybe I can cook and I can talk same time if it's okay for you guys. Maybe it's gonna be just a bit boring though. Anyway, I'm making kare korokke in Japanese. I might say before that this is my favorite that my mom cooked, one of my favorite food, and I haven't eaten like almost a year. So, and this is like it's not like easy. I mean, it's just kind of annoying step that I have to do, so I usually don't cook this one. But today I got time, and so I'm gonna show you what I use. Maybe I can put the picture. Then I already did so many steps, and do you know korokke? I think it's I searched, and it's starting from French food, but I cannot pronounce well. Croquette? I don't know. If any French people are listening this, and then I will be so embarrassed, so I don't want to say. I will just say in a Japanese way, it's a korokke. Anyway, I'm gonna make it, and I used the potato, beef, onion, and then I'm gonna mix it, and it's kind of like make the shape and deep fry. And I want to make the curry taste, so I already put the potato and beef, so I'm mix it, and meantime maybe I can talk. So it's just raining season starting in Vancouver, so I guess like 2 or 3 weeks ago it was like so nice weather every day, but now every day it's raining. And about my life, it's just school. Can you see my messy room? I'm not sure. Okay, I live in a basement, so usually it's really dark here. But it's really cheap, so I'm sorry that someone asked me about like introducing the life in Vancouver, because he's probably thinking to coming here, and I wanted to make a special video, but I got so busy and I couldn't shoot the nice view of the Vancouver which I was planning to. So maybe I can talk a little bit about the living life in Vancouver. You know, this is how I talk. I always start talking something, and then changing topic. So it might hard to follow, and I never stop talking. Usually when I'm with my friend, but I'm a good listener too. That's what my friend told me. So I kind of like mix it roughly. I put some salt and pepper, but now I'm gonna put the consomme. It's my favorite. And I don't know, like in English it's chicken stock. I already chopped it, so that easy to mix. I really like a Japanese brand, Ajinomoto. Ajinomoto's chicken stock is so good. It's just I don't like the using the chicken stock in this Western chicken stock. I thought I always buy a bunch from Japan, and then even here I use the Ajinomoto's chicken stock. You should try it, it's really good. Then also I'm gonna use the curry powder. I like this brand, the Japanese brand. This one tastes so good, but maybe from the Indian people this is not as good as they make curry amazing, right? So I don't know how much I should put, so 適当 is about, I mean, yeah, in Japanese 適当 about, then keep mixing. Anyway, so right now I live in a basement. I found this place. I was so lucky because compared to like 4 or 5 years ago, it's just like the living cost in Vancouver is just getting increased, and it's really expensive now. Like in Japan, people usually don't share the house, even like a single women or men, and so they're starting working, let's say like 22 years old, and then working in a company, or student, even student, like we don't share the house or apartment, so everybody get like own place, like it's like usually one kitchen and then one bedroom and bathroom. And Fukuoka, in my hometown, it's really cheap. People, even in downtown, you can find like you can live alone if you pay 400 to, if you're really lucky, you can find a place like 300-400 per month, which is not including any electricity or hydro, but internet, but it's really cheap. And if you pay 700 for sure, you can get a nice place, 700 to 800 a month. Here I see so many people like sharing the place, houses, and still so expensive. I live in a house. There's 4 other girls, and upstairs there's 2 first floor and a second floor, and then basement, me and then another lady. But I have my room, which is here, and kitchen is like with room, so my bed is next to me and kitchen is there. So every time I cook, I have to like, I mean, all my clothes smell like food. And then I have a bathroom over there, but I just feel so comfortable because one of the most important things when I was looking for my place, I don't wanted to share a kitchen. Share is okay, but bathroom, I just wanted to have like own bathroom. And in Vancouver right now, if you try to get own bathroom, own room, kitchen, at least you have to pay 1,000 per month, and still you are sharing with someone. Like also my friend, like let's say sharing with 2 people, so they both have like 1 bedroom each, and then share the kitchen and 1 bathroom or 2 bathroom. They pretty much paying 900 to 1,000, or homestay you have to pay over 800 here. But my place I found was really cheap. I only pay 630 per month. It's just dark because it's a basement, and it's really tiny space, but price wise is good, location is really good, because I really like to go to coffee shop, weekday, weekend, just those are really close to my place. And in Vancouver we divided the place like east side and then west side, and east side and west side is so different. East side is kind of like really brown, like there's a Main Street, and then from Main Street if you look up the east side it's just really brown. There's less tree, and then the tree is kind of brown, and then it's not the poor people, but the people like regular people tend to live in the east side. And then when I mix this, I just try to taste it. And I decided, should I add more curry powder? Or salt and pepper. I think I only add a little bit more curry powder because I really like strong curry taste. Anyway, and then when you look at the west side, it's really green. There's many trees, and like the size of the house are just bigger and beautiful and safer. Anyway, I live in between Main Street and Canby Street, which is west side, and I'm really happy about my neighbor. It's so quiet and nice houses, which is I don't live there, so it doesn't matter, but well, it looks nice, and kind of cool coffee shop and many restaurants, grocery stores. So yeah, I like my place. A lot of my friends live in Richmond. If you ever come to Vancouver, you will know what Richmond is. Richmond, basically, it's like Chinese people's town. Like so many Chinese are living in Richmond, and the reason all my classmates there's so many Chinese, but then also the school is kind of like close to the Richmond, so that's why they live in Richmond. If someone take me to the Vancouver, not telling me anything, and then cover my eyes, and then if that person took me to the Richmond and then open my cover, I will think that's Asia, because like you see almost 80% is Asian. You see a little bit of Caucasian people there. So making korokke. In my house, we usually make the round shape, but here it's so hard for me to do deep fry because I gotta use a lot of oil, right? And so I'm gonna make this flat round shape. Yeah, so how much I talk about? Did I talk about the Vancouver enough? Life? Anyway, so I like my place, and so the person who sent me a questions or talking about like snowboarding. So we have a mountain which easy to go from like the town, like downtown or Vancouver, like my west side or Richmond. There is a three mountains: Grouse Mountain, Seymour Mountain, and Cypress Mountain. I think the Grouse Mountain is like the easiest, nearest. You have to go to North Vancouver. You can take the bus, you can take sea bus or SkyTrain. Maybe no SkyTrain, yeah. And then from downtown, maybe like you take a sea bus and go to North Vancouver. And if you arrive in North Vancouver, which is a really nice place, not many Asians, a lot of nature. And then you take a bus to go to the mountain. I haven't been there for a long time. I used to really like to go to snowboard, but not anymore because snowboarding is really expensive, especially here. So you can take a bus. I don't remember how long does it take. I think it's from the North Vancouver, I think less than 30 minutes for sure. And you arrive at the Grouse Mountain, get a lift ticket, and go up. The view from the Grouse Mountain is beautiful. I really like it. The mountain itself is probably like small. If someone really like snowboarding, people usually go to Whistler Mountain, which is about 3 hours from Vancouver. You have to drive, and yeah, there is like Whistler Mountain, a huge snowboard place. One lift ticket one day it's like $100. But I don't really like to travel to do snowboarding because by the time I arrive there I'm already tired, and snowboarding you need energy, right? So which means it's better to stay one night, but staying Whistler one night it's expensive. So I like Grouse Mountain because from the top of the mountain you see the town, all town. It's like because the Grouse Mountain is just located in the center of the like Vancouver. I mean, yeah. So Cypress, Seymour is just the side, but from Grouse Mountain it's just amazing. But the price wise, I think Seymour and Cypress Mountain is a little bit cheaper. I hope I can go this winter, but I'm not sure. For the Cypress Mountain, actually you can go, or Seymour too. If you have a car, you can go up to the mountain by car, so you don't need to get a lift ticket. And especially if you like just do like snowshoeing and stuff. So that's, I was thinking my friend has a car, and so if we go by car, and maybe I don't need to get a lift ticket. I was, the Facebook give us the notification, right? Like, oh, 4 years ago you were doing this, because a long time ago I still posting some information on Facebook, sharing with my friend, which I don't do anymore. But so the Facebook sent me like, oh, like 4 years ago you're snowboarding now. And I was like, wow, like that year there's so many snow already. I don't see any snow on the mountain right now. My friend often go to Whistler, and Whistler already has snow. But downtown Vancouver, no yet. Lots of rain, but no snow. It's changed every year, right? So, not this year yet. So let me talk about my school. I actually don't have any, I don't know, I don't really understand about the system, how the like university or college works. Usually they have like midterm or mid semester, like big test end of the year or season semester. And in my school too, I mean the BCIT, other curriculum has those like big tests, but the curriculum I'm taking now, AME, Aircraft Maintenance Engineer, my course doesn't have those big tests end of the term, but I usually have 2 tests every week, and yeah, that's every week, really every week. And then each test has like weight, right? Depending on the subject. But so level 1 has, each level has 2 months. So 2 months I have 2 tests every week. And then like level 1 finish, let's say like Friday, right? And then level 2 start Monday. And that's all continue to level 8. So one of the reasons people think the course I'm going to is really hard, because no break compared to other curriculum. Other curriculum has a break. It's like one semester, one level or one semester, and then like 1 week off. But the one I'm taking, no break, and then no big test, but every test is really important. And I have a theory and I have a practical. So theory is in the morning. Every morning I have a class about theory and then 2 tests. Practical, everything I do is being marked. So I feel like being tested. It's like, yeah, every day. I almost finished level 3, so which is 6 months. Very tired, very fun, very stressful. It's tough. And then each test weight like, let's say 20% or 18%, or some tests weigh like 30%. So I can't fail from each test. Anyway, so you guys might be worried about me, like, having a busy time because right now it's a mid-test. Actually, no, and yes, I mean having tests every time. So, but thank you for your concern, and sorry that I'm not really handling well. Yay! Now I made a curry bowl, so I have to put the koromo, panko, around there. So I'll be back. So about my school, always talking about my school, because nothing going on in my life except the school. And usually I'm talking about like how we had a fight and not like doing well with my classmate and stuff, right? So yeah, this week it's the same. I just don't know how. It's really difficult to. We have only 9 people in our class right now, and not as like university, like changing the classmate every, like we meet a different person every class. It's just 9 people always spend together for like year and a half, and which is good and bad. So this week, usually having a bad time when I'm doing practical, because practical, it's more like it's not teachers teaching us, it's more like try do by yourself and help each other, right? So I was making a toolbox. Oh, I'm using the cell phone stand that I made. It's the stuff I'm making, trying is like it's like a high school project, but actually really hard. So now I'm learning sheet metal. So our project is like, be able to do like drilling and riveting, remove the rivet, use a lot of different type of tools, heavy tools, bending machine, kind of stuff. Anyway, so I was making it, and then there is limited number of tools that we have to always share each other. And I was waiting one tool, and then I went to my friend like, hey, like, are you using it? And then he was like, no, I'm waiting. Like, so like there is one guy, second guy, and he was a third one. So like, oh, can I use like the after you finish? And he said yes. And oh, we have to wait a long time. So what you doing? And he was like making some piece. I don't know. I asked like, hey, what are you making? And he said like, he didn't answer my question. He just like, hey, just hold my piece. And I was like, sure. And I was holding it, and keep asking, hey, what are you making? I don't know why he was so focused, and then he didn't answer. And I was like holding the piece, but like I really less patience. I was like, hey, like I want to do something else. Like I don't want to waste my time. So like I didn't hold the piece anymore. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my stuff, and I just left. And then after like 3 minutes, he come back and, hey, why don't you hold my piece? And I was like, what? And it's okay, I made it for you. And then he gave me like one small piece of the metal. And what is this? And he was like, oh, we need this one for the patch, and we have to make a circle. Anyway, so there was like a piece of metal, and oh, thank you. I was like, I didn't know he was like making 2 pieces, one for me and one for him. Anyway, I was like, thank you. And he was like, oh, let's make it. And we went to cut the C and tried to make. And I measured, that measurement was too small. So measurement has to have like, let's say 0.5, but it was 0.49, 0.455. And I was like, oh, this is a little bit smaller. So I think I need to make again by myself. And then told him, and he was like, oh, it's okay, like there's a tolerance, so like you can have a little bit off. And I know we have a tolerance, but that's like, for me, it's really important as an aircraft maintenance. Like we have to do everything. It's really, accuracy is really important. And we always talk about 1 thou, 2 thou different. So it's like 0.001 or 0.0 to 133 0.030 is the differences of okay, and I know, but for me those are like after the result. If I try so hard and measure, file, use sandpaper, and then if I measure again, then is the really big clearance? Maybe, but I don't want to start from like there's already wrong measurement, right? So I need more panko. I've been talking 30 minutes already. So I just told him like, yeah, but I after I might gonna file too much or whatever. So thank you making this piece, but just let me make the by myself. I have a timeline and I wanna make it like right. And he seems really angry. I don't know, like he didn't talk to me. I was like, I feel so bad when I'm making by myself the piece. So I went to him and then, hey, like, why are you upset? Like, are you upset? And he was like, 80%. I was like, come on, 80% is so high, right? I just didn't use your piece, which is off measurement. And you can just like laugh and go, oh, like it was too small, then, just make by yourself, or just, you can say that, like, there's no reason to be kind of moody. Oh my god. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna use your piece. Is that okay? And I don't know, he just seems like moody for a while. And then today, different person. So today I was working for the plastic, and there is one guy in my class. He's a lot younger than me, but he knows a lot of things. He's really smart. He's talkative, and he's the one who can do everything by himself. He always helped me a lot, but always make me feel uncomfortable. It's like, I don't know English, or it's just always like make fun of me, teasing me. I know he's making a joke, but sometimes I don't have enough energy to enjoy his joke. It's like sometimes I just want to do the things right and efficiently, and because I'm not that young and I don't feel like I'm going to high school right now. I'm going to serious school. It's like university, college, or the school to get a job, and those are like really serious place for me. But a lot of students still, it's like, because we have so many age difference, some people just graduate the high school, so like 19, 20, it's really young. Their attitude is really young. Or like some people already get married, so they're like 35, 40, has children, and then try to change the career, so they're really serious. I'm more serious side, so sometimes, yeah, it's nice to like we talk and then like joking each other and do the friendly and make that atmosphere and working together. I like it, but sometimes it's too much. Sometimes like I like to ふざける in Japan we say ふざける. It's like killing each other and having fun, but shouldn't be something to hurt someone, right? Hurt someone's feeling or make uncomfortable. But those young people probably don't know what is like good things, good joke, and what is really like hurt someone or just too much. Anyway, thank you for waiting. I'm gonna deep fry. So I move to over there, and maybe I should change the camera angle. Okay, I'm gonna use this one for deep fry, but I'm really scared sometimes. Control the temperature. So anyway, so what I was talking, the school guy. So I'm doing plastic, and I have to like remove the scratch from the plastic. That's a practice, and make it shinier. So I need to I need the equipment, and then so I usually have to go shop to borrow the equipment, and then I borrow, and then I come back to the store. I have to go to store to borrow the equipment, and I come back to the shop, and I realized the head is missing, so that there's a fluffy head part is missing. So I was like, oh, where did I lost? I was like, maybe on the way from the store to shop, and then I went back to the store, and then I was checking, but I couldn't find. And there's my friend in a store. He was renting the same part as me. So I asked, like, hey, like, I lost my head parts. Did you see it? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I lost my head on the way, and did you see him somewhere? And he was like, oh, well, I don't know, I don't care, like, who cares, just do it by yourself. I was like, what? I mean, he always talk like that, and which is totally not necessary, right? I mean, if you don't know any, you can just say like, oh, I didn't see it. But he always put the extra word like, oh, I don't care, and he got his piece. And then I asked the store guy, oh, I need the same one. And before the store guy say anything, he was like, oh, this is the last one, you don't have anymore. I was like, why are you being so jerk? I mean, that's totally not necessary to say, I think. Oh, let me show you my croquet. This is so unhealthy. I'm also making the veggie soup. I really like to making soup every time. Like, I like to eating the soup with a lot of vegetable in it. So I usually, for the dinner, I make, and then there's a leftover I drink in the morning. So my breakfast usually is a veggie soup. Today I'm making a veggie soup. I can show you the picture what I add, and I'm gonna make the Japanese kind of taste veggie soup, which I use the usukuchi shoyu. Usukuchi shoyu is a soy sauce, but we usually have two type of soy sauce, usukuchi and koikuchi. So people usually know as a soy sauce is koikuchi that you see in a sushi place or many Japanese place. But if you want to make like udon or anything, we use a lot of usukuchi shoyu, which is like lighter taste. Actually, like usukuchi is like strong taste. The color is different. So this one is usukuchi, and this one is koikuchi. This is for the sushi or anything. This is you can use when you're making udon, or I use for the soup. But this one is actually the color is lighter, but the taste is stronger. So you have to be careful adding a little bit. If you add too much, it makes your food taste like more saltier. And I use Japanese dashi seasoning, and wait, my korokke looks so good. I'm adding more veggies into the soup. So I got so annoyed about from my classmate, and I just kind of like I want to ignore him. I just don't know why he acts like that. It's just being so jerk. And normally he's really good person. Like when I'm doing something wrong, he always help me, but always saying something not nice. Like he always help me. Hey, you are not doing right. Like, oh Jesus, you don't know anything. Come on, like, and like, oh, next level you might not make it or anything. Like he just say something not necessary to tell me, but always help me. So I just feel like he reminds me when I was even like kindergarten or elementary school. The guys sometimes like mean to me. And right now I'm really usually working together with one Japanese guy because he's much older than me, and like he kind of like same opinion he has about my classmate. So I tell him like I just getting so annoyed from him, and he makes me so tired. And he was like, I know, like he especially annoying to you, and just ignore. He will know, like he's still young, and he will know like after 5 years. Once he start working, he will know what's like the teamwork and stuff. That's pretty much the school. I'm sorry. It's just my complaint about school. Other than that, it's good. With other people, other classmates, we were planning about a Christmas party. It's not exactly Christmas party, but we never like get all people together and like eat or whatever. So one guy, he's from Alaska, and he's the one who has like 3 kids and an oldest. And whenever I'm like have kind of like dinner together, I never invited him because I feel like he has a family and he's busy. But he suggests us like, why don't, after we finish level 3, why don't we all have kind of like small cozy party at home? And I was like, sure. So that would be my pre-Christmas. We're planning to have the next day of the last day of the school. So the last day of the school will be next week, Friday. And then we have 1 week and 1 day vacation. So yeah, hope it's gonna be good. Like no one feel uncomfortable there. And I'm so excited to see his daughter. He has 3 daughters and must be so cute. So I'm so excited to see them. And my Japanese friend, he has one son, 4 years old, 5 years old. So cute. So I'm excited to see him too. Do you know these veggies? In Japan we say renkon. In English, lotus. I like to add this one in the soup by a little bit, so the soup become a little bit kind of heavy texture, and I will add ginger, and that make me really keep me warm, especially in the winter. Oh, shit. It's hot. I think this is enough. I'll wash it later. Was it like this? Okay. Oh, I'm lazy, so I'm gonna use. Wait a minute. This ginger paste for my soup. Okay, then almost done. So I just finished eating. I don't like to, talking and eating. I want to focus on my food, so it's gone. Anyway, so I was talking about my school. I know it's not so interesting, but basically it's just like good and bad. The funny story is one of my previous classmates, he unfortunately fell from level 2. Did I say like my friend got a piano? So he fell from level 2 and then he bought piano. And I'm so surprised because once you fell from one level, you pretty much have to pay almost like 2,000, and which is really expensive, right? So, but I mean, he has to wait like 3 months to 6 months to retake the course again because he have to join the another class which has like some empty seat. So in the meantime he cannot work, so he was saying, oh, like, I can't work and probably not going back to the country. He's Chinese, so China. So like, I was asking like, what are you gonna do? And he's like, maybe like buying a bicycle and then like traveling a lot. And I was like, well, that's a good idea. Like, like you have a time and you can work, and maybe like you should go somewhere you've never been. Just don't stay in Richmond, don't stay in Vancouver, just travel. And then he obviously has no money, like he cannot afford a car, and then get a bicycle and then traveling and then take pictures. That's cool plan. But he was saying how but raining season's gonna start soon, and they're not sure about that. And I was like, that's true. And then so last time there's 4 boys living together, and last time one of my classmates, he didn't fail, so he's still my classmate. And I was like, Jesus, like he got a piano. And then I was like, what? So next day I went their house and there is piano, like big piano. And I was like, hey, I asked the guy who bought, like, do you know how to play? And he was like, no, I'm gonna learn. I was like, wow. So you failed the course and he spent $1,100 buying piano. I can't believe, like, wow, so rich. So that's happened 2 weeks ago, I guess. And then today in the school, the guy who's sitting next to me is really close friend with the guy who bought a piano. And then the guy next to me tell me like, hey, like I met William. I can just say no. I met William like yesterday at the shopping mall. And I was like, yeah. So what are you guys doing? I mean, like what you were doing? And he said, like, so my friend just bought an iPad. And you know what I see? William just bought a bicycle. I was like, what? He just bought a piano 2 weeks ago, and now he bought a bicycle. I was like, but now like every day raining, and for me it was the kind of like excuse of buying piano because he cannot ride a bike and then go travel. So I saw like he stay in the house and then focusing, like practicing piano. But anyway, that's kind of really fun story for me. It's like, wow, that's really different. I told my mom, and then she was like, oh, like if I were you, I mean if I were him, I'm gonna study so hard, I'm gonna go to school every day, like because he can learn from you, right? It's like I'm doing that at a higher level, so that's what I'm gonna think. If I fail, I still like try to catch up, but yeah, it'd be really different and that's impressive. Hope he's gonna improve the piano and I can listen someday. Anyway, I think I should go now. Sorry to didn't make any like calligraphy and stuff today. And then the story is boring as usual. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And yeah, hope to see you soon again. In case if I cannot make the video before Christmas, I think I can. But have a happy holiday, guys. Bye.